those defenses that much quicker, though you're not getting that speed increase. Though you're not getting that speed increase. Those defenses that much quicker, though you're not getting. Testing, testing. Testing, testing. Hello. 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 Just getting set up here. And they said we were going to be cursed this war. What's up with that? Not looking good for the other guys, but we still got a little work too, though. We got 10 attacks left to use. It's Thursday, one day away from the freedom. We are going to win this war. Take a quick peek at the war log. Finally get some green back on the board. So many ties. Oh, it's been a strange 3-4 months. 5 months. 5 months of wars. How about that? So I'm trying to do this a little bit earlier. I don't have very long because I want to check out the basketball game tonight. But if people come in, we can talk about things. Not much to talk about, but figure out some cool strats here. I'm working on. I don't have much left, but this is my. I didn't spend any money, so this is where I'm at. We're supercharging, boys. We got a lot of supercharge work to do. My son is watching me stream, and he's upset that I didn't do the info with the intro, as he puts it. Oh, what's happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming at you with another live video. We don't do that anymore. All right, so let's just get going here. So this has been we had a terrible start yesterday until it wasn't. We of course we started doing good again. So we took them out. Let's get started. Let's just take a look at synergy here to go into things. Hello to the couple people here. Thank you for coming. All right, synergy. He's always using my strat, is he? Ah. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be able to do this with my child in the background here. He likes YouTube a lot. So we're taking out that corner right there. A lot of big defenses down. We should be able to get down those sweepers as well. Make the job nice and easy for the queen. Remember, you drop the invis. You count to 4, 4.5, and then you want to try and drop it. We're gonna get the TH here. Activated that, and into our last one, we're not going to get the TH, but we are going to get those the other issues there in the core. We got a blimp. There's quite a few different things you can do with the blimp on an attack like this. You could always try and push the RC. Don't have to. RC is tough. It's tough to path your way to the center of the base, but I've seen some people just not want to deal with the TH, so that's not a bad idea. So starting out here on the outside, another thing to keep in mind here, so we are using the king, so pathing and cleanup is going to be a little bit easier, but it is tougher to do this attack. You kind of have to move quickly once the RC goes down. All right, Blimp, we got the ability right there. Easy Town Hall kill under that rage. We do have some issues with... we got some issues there, but we're moving forward. Things are getting a little stuck here, but pressing forward. Yeah, my 6-year-old has now made it a goal to troll my video. So this is why I don't do this, guys. Just so you know. This is why I wait till the wee hours of the night. All right, we got a kill here. We got this wiped up. Good job, Synergy. Look at that. Doing the strats. Interesting CC with the P.E.K.K.A.s up in there. Okay. All right. Oh, Drummy! We're gonna get a Drummy attack. We've been harassing him all day today to come do some videos. Drummy had a beautiful YouTube back in the day that if only he could have continued to commit to, would have been that much better. So please come and do something with me, Drummy. All right, we're dropping that down. We've got the Super Yetis coming in here. Look at that. We're dropping all those earthquakes right there, pushing everything through. The early heal coming up, keeping things safe. Where's the warden? What did we forget the warden? Oh no. All right. We forgot the warden a little bit, guys. All right. We're back in business now. I have forgotten the warden before as well. We bombed the town hall. We're just moving around the outside here at this point. I like the Super Yetis seem to be really nice. Point. I like they you don't need as many of them, so you can kind of concentrate more on the area that they're going through. That's kind of good. So again, just kind of pushing here around the outside. They do get stuck on walls just about as effectively as their basic counterpart. But now it's the RC show gonna bust through there and be able to. Well, the Fox is left now. This came really close. All right. Oh man, this is as close as it gets. Woo! All right, good job, Drummy. You did it. He got a 6-pack this war. I'm reading up here. We're getting a lot of stuff going on. Swang's got one in. Swang has been using everything these days. It seemed like not long ago he was using dragons. We're swapping it up here a little bit. The classic Root Rider Velk strat, and we're pushing that RC up to get the TH kill. I admire that. Again, this is the type of base where you can get that sniped out pretty good. You want to make sure that RC is able to do the work before the CC troops catch up, because things get a little bit scary when having to deal with the CC. Kind of ruins some dreams when that happens. So RC getting the easy snipes, and the last invis going down right here. We're going to take care of a couple of these CC troops. And RC is going to get sucked up, or no? Yep, there we go. All right, so now we've got kind of a nice little V shape here. See how this goes as we're pushing things forward. We're going to come in most likely here at the 3-4 o'clock. Got the siege barracks down there to set that pathing a little bit of defense down there, a little scary to deal with, but pushing everything forward here together right now. We got 2 rages total. That's good. Use 1 rage early, 1 around the core. Freeze missed the monolith, but we are going to be fine without. And the Grand Warden able to use that ability to push these things forward. Fully healed back up, and Queen is going to be in a duel with the RC here. RC goes down, Queen's still going to be able to snipe very nicely. Multi-archer towers, I mean, there's just not enough defenses left here. Lots of these troops are able to tank. We've got the healer support. Everything is looking healthy. So we push through that. That's going to go down. We're going to speed it up just a tiny bit here into this last section of the base. Queen went and did her own thing. Sometimes that's the difference there. Success. All right, we got us a winner. Okay. Let's see. All right, so I'm trying to strategize here because in all reality, I really don't have very long because this game's supposed to start now. So we got to be able to check out this basketball game, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Let's go up here just a little bit. Drummy, let's watch Drummy again, because Drummy's been feeling a little rough lately. He's been a little bit sad. His attacks aren't working so well. He's very happy to announce today that he's been actually kicking ass. That's a very respectable thing. And Drummy always comes around, no matter what. So we're going to push up those Super Yetis up the core right here. This is going to be a really interesting area. I'm interested to... Going to see how this goes here up the middle, as my child is continuously being annoying. Respectfully, of course. Of course. He's just nuts. There's just nothing else to it. So pushed up the core here. It's cool. The troops did end up coming back. They were able to kind of take out the sides here in the middle, and we have these CC troops now able to clean up. A lot of crazy stuff going on here in the middle. We have 4 earthquakes that we're just hanging on to, just in case we want to, shake it up a little bit. There we go. A little exit strategy outside the base. Man, they stay so healthy, and they didn't really have any support either, so they've just chewed through the base on their way through here. That's good. Everybody's banging on a wall right now. That's so annoying. However, in TH17, I think we might all agree that this has been probably the one update where walls just haven't mattered that much. It's either dragons or it's root riders or hogs, air troops, things like that. The warden walks, that just everything's jumping over walls these days, it seems. So that's pretty cool. Barb King. We're just gonna keep going. Kind of. Oh no, not gonna watch that. That's ridiculous. What kind of troll base is that? JB first showing here. JB, I don't know too much about. Apologies. It's an alt. Starting out with the RC pushing there. Once again, the RC combo with the Fox. A very smart idea. Remember, at 46 of each attack is when when you have to usually drop. I don't know. And we're just pushing forward here nice and easy. Sorry, a little bit distracted here, folks. Trying to deal with stuff. It's just too early. It's too early to be live. Unfortunately, I have an excuse every time, but it doesn't work in this house. So we're just going to go until we can't anymore. Pushed into the core. That's a huge gain there. Quarter of the base taken out. I like the super barbs. That's nice. And right down the middle, we're going to activate that invis. That's going to allow everything to be able to recorrect onto the pathing for those defenses leading up to the town hall. And just got some loons to support the healers. Everything's going in nicely here. The queen, it's sometimes not a bad idea if queen walks around the outside, whether or not that was the plan here. We have king. We have the earthquake boots, so king will be used probably soon to get through. Town hall drops. Everything's still pushing just fine through. Healed up completely. Yeah, the core goes down so easily and quickly, and this base is slaughtered, man. This got completely chewed through. That is a good job. Lost very few troops right there. Fantastic. The clan castle just came out too, so that it went down very quickly. Oh, it's me. I've been loving the drags. It's been working well. Bases where I'm able to attack from a flat side is just absolutely awesome and very effective. Where I can start RC in at a corner and be able to push RC just up the side, or like kind of push in as far as I can. That's going to open up a whole area for the dragons to bust through. So RC has a lot of work to do, but we do have a lot of invis to use. So at this time, I wanted to make sure I picked off the inside defenses. Again, I am doubling down that I love the spears for the RC because you can choose when to use them. It's used to be able to correct if the RC is walking around the outside too much. Or you can use it more like offensively and be able to kind of help, just entirely help the pathing all the way around. So we're really chewing through here, getting into the core. Really, it just kind of ends here at this point where we are getting frozen. I mean, it is less golems to have to deal with later, but it is a waste of using the RC. The best idea would be to avoid trying to kill CC with the RC. It just doesn't work so well. Starting a dragon down there. We're gonna kind of the obvious pathing right here. Bust a hole through that. Get the I don't know if I was going for another air D or what, but kind of get it rolling here. And those dragons are going to start going. So I did try and time it, so we're going to get this area cleaned out quick enough. So it's not going to push around the outside. It's going to keep going core here. And we're going to use the ability here very soon. A lot of damage coming in. Want to make sure everything's healthy. Monolith did start blasting on dragons, so we got that. And then our rage is going to come up here over this. And it was all right. Things did split a little bit, so we used that the Prince ability on the second half here. Really, either direction the Prince is facing, as long as it's just getting a good portion of those defenses. It's huge. It's on an attack when you don't get any freeze. It is awesome. It's huge. It's on an attack when you don't get any freeze. It is awesome. Sometimes you'll see the troops split a little bit. It just happens. It's good sometimes. It's bad sometimes. Just really don't know. Sometimes you'll see the troops split. So that's pretty cool. Dang, people are FCing like crazy here. So this boy goes down yet again. Awesome, very fun strat. Barb King. All right, we're seeing a lot of these like flower design bases now, or with the island single target Vernos. They are really annoying because if you're placing any type of like clan castle up over there, it's tough because usually defenses will push you around the outside, and those single target Infernos will fry the P.E.K.K.A.s if they're coming out of the siege barracks, or just kind of anything that like king or queen trying to push around, it's going to kill them off. So it is really tough to deal with. So here we got the RC. Again, this terrifies me looking at the haste with the RC. It's just terrifying to me. Sucks it back up. You got to be watching that so carefully. So here, I'm gonna guess that yeah, we're gonna set the funnel right there, and we're just gonna push right up the core here where the pathing's already started. A really good set for the pathing here. Let's keep our eyes on how the clan castle interacts with single target inferno here. Hope shouldn't be much of a problem now, but just some things you got to deal with. So we're pushing in main attack, coming right up the core here. Clan Castle finally on the last freeze right there, then the loon goes down, then everything else finally is going to be able to move forward. And we're just kind of nice and easy here into the core. We're going to use that ability here pretty soon from the Warden, keeping everything healthy, and we got a Rage as well there in the core. That's kind of exciting. Guess we're just kind of saving it on the back half, or just maybe not using it at all. There it is. Okay. And at this point, using it late is totally fine because it's just going to be easier to push through the walls then. There's really no need. I guess I would have used the Rage maybe a little bit earlier, but that's cool. On the walls is just fine. Those single target Infernos just rip away. They're very strong, but I mean, not strong enough, I guess. Root Riders are good because they can run through everything. And sure enough, the last 3 defenses alive. We are watching those closely and carefully, but we got pretty lucky that 2 of those walls are open, or, you know, sort of. So we did get a little bit lucky there. But plenty of troops alive here to do it. Is that 3? 3 baby wardens? Oh my goodness. Okay. Fancy job. Keep going up to Tam. Tam the man. Another Four Corners base here. Tam has continuously been using the Warden. We are running along with the Jelly as well. Rage Aura. We're gonna Firebomb. Likely the core area here if we can reach the TH. This still, I think this might at some point, if it isn't already, probably be the most effective attack. The most well-rounded. It's a very skill based attack. I have a mad amount of respect for it. So here, we didn't quite reach the TH, but we did get all of those other defenses. Now we don't have to worry about Warden dying on the area, because that is so much damage coming in just from the one hero. Queen's gonna be tough. Yep, Invis is very smart, so he's on top. He's staying ahead of it here. That's one of the toughest things to be able to learn how to do. We got the single target Inferno gonna blast through here. We've got 5 more invis, so we can just kind of reign free wherever we need to. He's just going to continuously save the warden here with the invis. Again, that's amazing. However, yep, finally that goes down. We are going to have some issues here. I think we might end up either losing the warden or we might just have to commit elsewhere. Because the single target, we have to trip the invis, so that's good. That goes off. Things up here will probably catch up and kill that. Or Warden will just continue to have to... Yeah, Warden's finally going to go down here, but the core is dead. So that's going to be pretty good. Oh my goodness, the furnace, man! Tam was saying earlier he was using these. He doesn't have them maxed, or he didn't at some point. Holy cow, what is happening here? Oh my god, look at all of them go! Okay, I love the furnace. What? What is this guy doing? This is insane. 15? I did. Okay. Oh, man. I wasn't even watching. I wasn't watching. I didn't see that. Holy cow. I'm in awe right now. I can't even. I've got nothing to say. That was fun. Like, that was some actual fun stuff right there. What was happening? Tam again. Did he do it? He did it again. Now we're watching Tam. Now we're witnessing. So 15 furnaces with furnaces probably in the CC as well. And I want to see how they're being used now, because so we're starting with the Warden Walk. Obviously, you got to get mad work done with the Warden, or else it's not useful at all. So we got to keep up with those invises. And like the goal here is like being conservative with the warden. You got to protect him before he gets too low. So at this point it's starting to get scary, so he's going to drop it ahead of time. Some archers to support things push forward here just a little bit. That's a lot of traps coming in right there, so that triggered the whole area. Warden slows down a little bit on those air traps, but we're going to bomb enough right here to at least be able to push up. The furnaces come down now, okay? So they're just launching shit around. Siege Barracks comes in, so what are we pushing heroes up here? I'm just trying to understand this attack a little bit. Yep, so we're pushing heroes here, very clearly going to be able to take care of that. That's awesome because they're just busy with everything. So it's like, I mean, it's kind of like a Skelly spell that never goes away. They just sit there just blasting on them. Oh man, things are going wild up here. Okay, so I mean, so they can die pretty quickly, and it's kind of got that, it's like the flinger style. So troops are flying everywhere, just completely bombarding the area. Gotta get this core down. That goes down nice right there. Queen's gonna be able to pick off the town hall and the scatter. I mean, it's overwhelming. Look at this. What is this attack? And then they just dive in like Yeti mites. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've seen attacks, but I've seen people using them more for just like what people used to use witches, just to like set the pathing on the outside or something. Look at this, they're just completely taking over the base. Granted, they are pretty squishy. I mean, they're just like kind of like quick skellies. But this is just so effective, and if things aren't locked onto these defenses, they're just just taking everything out and allowing your other troops to push through fine here. So take note, you can use that instead of the super loons. Let's check out Joe. He's been using mass dragons. Joe has, I mean, he went 4 for 4 in the last war, and something like that. So this is really going well. Using just max dragons. I'm gonna look at it for what it is here. Yesterday when we were streaming, then we were talking about just like the use of like the steps involved and how important it is to have multi steps in these attacks or in these strategies here now. And though that is absolutely true, like something like Tam, watching people like Tam who's got like 4 different steps in his attacks, and then you come and you'll see something with just more minimalistic approach. We are here to remind you that it is what works for you. We're using the dragons because dragons are working so well. Sometimes there just isn't a need for other, other steps or other things to be done. I guess if the base is right. We do continuously notice though that we run low on those troops, so they don't have very much power because they're having to deal with all of the defenses at a time. So if there's anything to advise, it would just to be very well aware of which bases you're hitting and learning which ones you cannot hit, because it can just be too much. It can be a little overwhelming for the dragons without the help of rage and things like that. The warden ability is beautiful, but it's not always going to be the most useful thing. All right, so Joe's doing it again. This guy 5 for 5 as far as attacks I've been watching. Let's get some stew going here. Stew time. All right, so Stu using the super hogs. I'm so glad I saw this attack. I heard he was using them yesterday, and I'm just impressed by Stu's ability to change from strat to strat. The guy is amazing offensively and continuing to bring it here into as the meta changes, if you will. He will he will do whatever he wants to do. It doesn't have to be a meta attack. Though I would consider hogs pretty high end, used in like the tournament scenarios and with the pros and whatnot. But here we got the skellies going down. Everything's busy. Nice little heal just to keep things going. Maybe we wanted some more out of the king. I don't know. But Queen's going to do just a fine job getting what she needs. And now we've got the hogs going wild through the core right here. Going to use that warden ability as soon as we can. Probably hear it. Well, no, they're not. They're not low yet. They're still not low. Probably now. There we go. Invis, gonna throw some things off here for just a quick second. There's just so many hogs alive. They're gonna die quickly in this area over here. They're actually gonna get countered pretty hard right here. But it's like it doesn't really matter. There's so many alive. We got the RC ability, Invis. I mean everything. Hogs just get ripped apart by. I mean, obviously, like most defenses are counter hogs pretty hard, but in this case, you know, there's just so many troops up. RC is going to be able to do RC things, and we got an easy finish here. Overwhelming. All right, Stu's got it. All right, drum. All right, starting the RC top right here. Beautiful angle to come in. Just kind of a nice little triangle to take apart. We're going to trip some traps. RC's going to get a lot of defenses out here, assuming we're We might be able to do some work on. Oh, let's just see. Let's see what defenses are going to be able to go down here. Hopefully, we get that down. That's good. All right. Yeah, RC's doing a beautiful job here cleaning out that section. That's a good gain here for just 4 invis. And we'll keep in mind here we do have the two revive spells, so we can use that at any point. Take out the enemy RC here very quickly, get this air defense down, save our healers as much as we can. Pushing everything into the core. We're going to use the ability here pretty soon. There we go. Getting healed back up to full. Dealing with the CC and all that time that those troops would be stuck there, taking the beating from all those defenses. Still being healed. Gonna go down quickly. And we're gonna snipe that single target Inferno up top right there. Beautiful use of the RC. It's gonna come in and probably revive the RC again at this rate. Might as well just right now. All right, RC is back up, dealing with the cannon. That was a huge, that's the big win. All right. Nice job right there. All right, I apologize. I got to keep my child busy, and I have to help him find a remote so he can be quiet. So I'm going to play this attack, and I'll be back within like a minute. All right, we had some luck. Okay, we're using we're going air here. 2 revives. Two revives. The coolest thing is really no attack is exactly the same. Everyone's been using a different kind of strat. So that has been working quite well. Those ice golems are a little bit annoying to have to deal with. The poor queen is just getting smashed. Alright, so that's going to be done and dealt with here soon enough. If queen can stay alive, oh, that would have been great, but we can revive the queen if we go that path. Troops kind of pushing around the outside a little bit here. We had a few going core to take out some of those defenses. The RC is definitely going to be able to help right here, and that's probably what we're going to end up having to save our revive on. But RC should be able to get that, the air defense, and probably die at the very soon. But we will be using her later. Oh no, we're bringing back the queen. And that's cool too, because we got that push around the outside there. It's enough dragons to make it, but it's starting to get a little bit, it's going to be close, you know? Alright, that goes down. Now we have to deal with that, we have to deal with the monolith, and that's, I don't know why they stopped attacking. Okay, that almost sucked. That was a close one. So we're going to beat on the king a little bit. Sorry guys, having a technical issue with my TV. 1 second. Alright guys, sorry about that. Technical issues here. I have learned every minute of this video that doing these too early is just impossible for me. I'm in the middle of my house, surrounded by children, or just one right now. Imagine four. In 20 minutes, there's going to be four. Okay, so new. All right, we're a little short on time, so we're gonna kind of run here. New using the Super Yetis too. It seems like everyone is using this right now. So we're gonna push those forward with the CC. Beautiful. Queen on the other side is gonna pick off. Just gonna pick some things off. Slowly but surely here. And now we're going to see the bulk of those Yetis coming in right through the top here. We got a lot of things to deal with through these poisons. It's going to be a little bit of a problem getting up to that point. But under an ability here should be popping any second. Probably right now would be great. Yep. We got the CC to deal with as well. That's not easy either. But the Rage in the core, that's going to help things push along very nicely. We're going to start to see a lot of things blowing up because of those Yetis. And look at them go. Another great reason to be using Rage for the Yetis. Wow, the chain is just so effective with them. And we get a little stuck there in the core, but really it's like things are still looking good. So we've noticed a lot of different strats, even just using the same, close to the same troops, just kind of done differently. This is so much better than months ago when we were watching just a Root Rider attack every time, and really not even that long ago. Really up until about a month ago, from TH17 to a month ago, it was Root Riders every single day. Now we're actually seeing more attacks that don't have them, which is just impressive. It's just there's more skill. It's better to see now. Some of these are little spammy strats. Let's get that right. But Root Riders are just like I'm done watching them, all the time. Here we got Super Hogs. Stu is just blasting through this. Um, we've talked about it before in the videos, but we absolutely love watching different strats because some of these bases are, you're not going to use the same strat on every single base. So you have to have a specialist that's going to be able to take down any of the bases on the board. And so if everyone's using the same attack, it's just not going to have that same effect. Queen's going to have to work quickly here because that is a lot of damage coming in on her, and the healer support is down. The Yeti's going to take care of that. The core is a little bit open here, so the Hogs are going to come in. Hopefully we can trip a defense here. Oh, that would be nice. Oh, we need to get it down, and sure enough, it does go down. Oh, wow, that's perfect. Okay, so now we can push the Hogs up right here in a perfect L pattern. Lots of damage coming in. Might want to use... Either we use Warden or we're freezing here. I don't know which one. Still pushing up to the top. Okay, so we did use the Warden. Things are pushing up nicely here. Had to go around that invis. That's going to happen. RC will just come in there, pick it off. No problem. Hogs are going to dance around the top. We've got a little bit of an issue here with these heavy multi-target defenses. But they actually spread out kind of nicely right there, and they're kind of running away from the king as well. We're smart enough to make sure we come in to take out those heroes. And this is an interesting defense, right? You ever stop to just look at these new defenses work, as lame as that sounds? It's kind of cool seeing just the new features of the game. So that's going down. We've got nothing left. We've got the roasters going down. So Stu is knocking these bases down. He's doing a great job. The hogs were updated in the most recent update, or upgraded, so they are doing naturally better right now. And that's a great job, Stu. Good attack. We're running out of time, so I'm gonna just start to show people's like first attacks, because my time is I'm down to about 10 minutes. Steve-O here, starting in. Lots of damage here at the top, lots of things to take out, but RC can do that very nicely. Gotta love the electric boots here. That is so cool to be used in these attacks. I'm really glad for that equipment. That was one I was not using when it first came out. I think I was on the haste train then. The haste and I don't know, whatever else. And we're gonna take out some heavy defenses right there. Maybe we'll be able to trigger. This is where I would use the spears, so we could be able to trigger all these things without kind of getting stuck here. Alright, so we're going to use the ability here once the RC comes back up. We're going to have a nice fresh ability. We're going to pop that, and now we have easy Town Hall kill right here. Under that rage, that should be good to get things kind of moving. We took out that side, so the pathing is great here. An awkward cluster of buildings there. We got the Invis Tower has been used over here, so now everything can move forward very nicely. And that's kind of the weakness of these bases, is once the Invis Towers go down, you have a lot of weaknesses exposed then, if they can be tripped. So sure enough, we've done that. We got the Drag Riders kind of leading the charge here on the outside, and I really like that when they're going around, kind of going around the outside of the base, because they're able to kind of cut in and take care of some of those defenses. That goes down. We got to keep them healthy just a little bit longer. Take out the Minion Prince. That goes down. Here we have once again activated the Invis Tower. And it's smooth sailing. We have a revive that we can use, and nothing, no threat of anything dying here now either. Really cool to have this revive though, because the heroes are so strong, and to bring them back again under support and cover of other troops tanking and stuff like that, that's a huge win. All right, we got to keep moving. We're blasting through. Steve-O hit another one, got another one. Rhino, a first. Oh yeah, the mass. Yes, we saw this yesterday. It worked yesterday. It worked today. Mass Yetis. Not even the super ones. We're just keeping it simple. So we're going to... Rhino has always been like one of my favorite mass troop attackers. The guy brings the spam. And I mean, honestly, like, you could make fun of it, but there's no shame. Oh, yo! Bizdak, welcome. Shout out to the Philippines, man. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are doing awesome. I have a buddy who lives in the Philippines. Lives here now, but visits his family there. I am in Minnesota. Minnesota. They all make fun of my voice. All right, so the the Mass Yetis got a little bit worked. I'm not gonna lie. There's a couple left here. But I'm still trying to figure out. We had the Warden ability. I don't know. Was this an AFK attack? I swear. This was AFK. That's crazy. What a wild attack. Okay. Oh, Anthony. What's up, brother? Anthony. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm showing these last 7 attacks here, and I gotta go then. I've got like literally like 10 minutes right now to the point of Oh man, I did it again. Damn it. Yeah, the sound shut off. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, how much did you miss? Like, has it been like this whole attack? Damn it. Just I wish I knew when it happened, but I can't listen to myself talking in the background. It's messed up. So yeah, the two OGs came in handy. We can just take care of all those defenses around the outside, and now things are looking better. OGs came in handy. We can just Cool. All right. Well, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, that's usually Equinox is the one who's here, who literally he literally tells me whenever the sound isn't working like right away. The guy just he's basically on payroll around here. Yeah, it just happens. It happens like every like 30 minutes, and I have to turn off my headset and turn it back on. So that's how we fix it apparently. All right, Pat got that one. We're gonna show these last few here as quickly as we can and run the hell away. There's a basketball game on now that I'm missing. I gotta see my boys. Alright, so starting the queen up there, that is an annoying area for the queen to have to deal with. We're just flooding that with the skellies that are just keeping things just busy enough. So finally king goes down. We can push into the top right there and queen's gonna be able to deal with it. It's just a weird situation up there. Yeah, man. He's the best, man. He's that guy. That guy showed up to everything. He's probably sleeping now, but he showed up to every time I went live. The guy was he was literally there. All right, we got I mean pretty easy going stuff here. We're seeing everyone using the Super Yetis. Um I gotta say I respect them. I think that they're super useful and kind of fun for people who like those old spam strats. Um, that's all there is to it. They're strong troops, and once they are able to use their Yeti Might things to just chain lightning everything, it is a win. We're watching a lot of wins here. A lot of health as well. Queen going down up top. RC has the ability, plenty of troops here to get it done, and that we did. It's a 3-star. I just got to keep going. Rhino's got another one. Okay, so we've seen that. We've seen them both. The spam. Oh man, Keyshore, Keyshore, coming in. This guy's on fire. This guy's killing bases. And he's doing it under pressure. Well, he did it under pressure last night, and he and he failed that one. But the other 3 that we showed here are triples, so we busted them. It's horrible luck. If I stream during a war, it's terrible luck. We do so bad, like not even just like unfortunate, but we do terrible. Um, of course, I'm just trying to get some like live content because people get upset when I come in and do recordings and stuff. It's like, well, I can't just jump into every war. It's terrible luck. We're pushing those dragons forward here again. This is just about how you can get it done. This whole area is cleaned up here, so this kind of the back half here is the stronger half to have to deal with. But we got that ability here. Everyone's stuck in the NATO trap, but we do have that rage that's going to do some good work. Rage down, and we're going to get those troops through the middle here. Wow, that's crazy. Those dragons are just pushing through, and he's going strong on the rage spells. Um, we don't usually see so many rage spells with dragons. We used to, but now in the modern strats we don't see them as much. But if there's a purpose for him, it's fantastic then. Minion Prince, he's good as well, so we have to make that decision which hero we want to revive. And Ideally, you want the RC, but I'd say probably number 2 would be the Prince. All right, pushing everything through the L right here. This is going down. You can just tell. Yep, still, I don't know. So far, strongest attack I've used since TH17. Any variation of that seems to be working so well. Oh, and he's here too. We get to do Ant. Now I remember why you call yourself Ant, because it's literally your name. And this basketball game I'm watching has Ant as well. It's our star player. So here's the RC. We're, easy kill here on the outside. Take down that poison tower, scatter shot, basically everything important over here we're going to be able to get rid of. Hopefully, it's actually getting a little bit strange. I don't like that. I don't like how it got so weird like that. We're still going to get most of it, but it's just really weird. It's cool because we'll get the RC back later to be able to res and take care of the rest of that. So I don't know what the plan was. If we were trying to go farther, maybe trying to go this far. I don't know. We needed that scatter shot down though. But dragons are pushing here just fine. Queen to set the pathing, pushing around the outside, triggering all those things, the CC and everything. Heavy defenses here to have to deal with, and we're using the blimp again. Let's remember, guys, blimp's going to be useless pretty soon, or just useful for different things. But this game has trained us so much how important it is to us that we are using like our clan castle or whatever to take out the town halls. Town halls have usually been the hardest things to kill, and now they're a little bit easier, but it's quite a commitment because if you're going to push your troops to get the town hall kill, they have to be strong enough to be able to get there, of course. We brought the RC back. We have another revive as well. That revive I'm sure will be used with the RC again. Got that air defense there, that's good, but we really don't have many air troops left. So we're just going to see. We're going to wait for whatever defenses are left. We're going to speed this up. And just waiting on the right moment to revive. Yep, bring back the Prince is actually a really good trade-off there. The Prince can deal with heroes much better than the RC can. So the attack speed is a lot better. I'm pretty sure the damage is better. I could be wrong on that. But that attack is working oh so well. Two attack. Oh, Ant is on here. I'm sorry, buddy. We have to. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, it's Joe. We're gonna show Joe because I might have to go in like 2 minutes here. So we're gonna get Joe going. All right. This attack went really quickly. So Joe also likes to use more loons and also the like a little bit less drags. So let's see how we handle this here. We got those puffers, so things are a little bit awkward there. Yep, take out the puffer from there. So we must be coming in, what, 9 o'clock here? Yep, with the... So we got the king, easy pathing set, and here come the drags. So we're using less drags, but it's more in a concentrated area. So that's definitely the difference here. Using that ability, getting that all the way out to the town hall, and absorbing those traps conveniently as well. Probably have some kind of a... Oh yeah, we are busting up the core here, and sending those loons around. Those are kind of annoying. I'm seeing the loons don't seem to be working as well. I guess compared to the Yetis, because they just have more health, so they can be able to survive the worst part of that. I love Itsu. He's good. He's awesome. He's my favorite German fellow German clasher. And look at that, just overpowering here. Perfect. We are able to deal with that easy. Joe's got another one in the bag. Alright, we're going to do the last one with Ant here. And I like it because once again, it's the 4 invis. So it's just frees up so much extra space. If you can manage this strat, the thing that bugs me is, again, it's this screwing up of the RC. So like we've wasted one there, and now we're already kind of getting low, and we've got to we're not going to be able to get as far as we wanted to. So we had to use the ability. So it's so risky to use that, and you get a good attacker like Ant, who's pretty much going to kill everything, and even he screws up. So granted, RC is going to be around later, and that's what we're sacrificing our spells for, is for just a convenient time to tank. So, in a perfect world, we wanted to kill this whole section. That would have been the best benefit ever, and we got much less than we anticipated. But that's fine. I mean, the pathing is set as well, so nothing to complain too hard about. Starting those dragons out here. Queen walked around the outside. Things get a little bit scary for Queen. We might have to make that decision about Queen later if we want to bring her back, if we didn't get the use that we were hoping from her. We got that invis tower there. That would be real nice to trigger that, but we aren't quite there yet, and we are having to deal with the air sweeper as well. Trigger that, but we... And the drags just kind of split, but that's what I like about the drag riders, is they split, they kill those, they pick off those defenses immediately. Well, everything fanned out. You got the dragons fanned out across the core of everything here. They're just going to come in and they're just going to snipe on some stuff, so I like that. All right. Well, it's going to be a quick outro here, guys, because I just wanted to do this so we could just get a little bit more footage here today from this war. We're back on the win train, so that's great. Other than that, we're gonna have to come back more. The next time I come back, it might be with Drummy. I gotta talk to him. I'm doing it today. I'm doing it right now, actually. So we're gonna start to show some other live wars. We're also gonna do some interclan stuff that I'm gonna try and get footage on as well. I want to make it worth it, in every way, and showcase these attacks for people who do participate in those. So fantastic win, you guys. A really good job. We are going to end it here, guys. Thank you for spending your time with me. Hope I wasn't too boring. We're just watching some attacks, guys. Easy as that. I don't have any really cool effects, but as we're going out here, you guys have a lovely night. We're going to fade to black. Have a lovely, lovely evening, everyone.